and welcome back to Let's Explore Pitch. I hope you've had a really good week. Today we're going to carry on learning about pitch and also our other words that we've learnt about, and we're going to take our lesson outside. So depending on what the weather's like, you might need your hat, your scarf, your gloves, your wellies, definitely a coat. So we'll get those things sorted out in a moment. But before we get started properly and think about all of our words that we've learnt so far, we're going to do our hello song. So we need to warm up a little bit first, don't we? So if you can get up off of your chair, off of the settee, if you're sitting down, and let's start with a nice big stretch and stretch your fingertips as far up to the ceiling as you can. Feel that stretch in your belly and your legs, and you can even go into your tippy toes. And back down again. And stretch your arms to the floor. Oh, see how far down you can go. And back up again. Big stretch. Arms out to the side. Let's give them a roll forwards. Very good. And backwards. And forwards one more time. Well done. And backwards. Well done. Let's give a stretch over to the side. And back down. And a stretch over to the other side. And back down. Okay, let's do some sounds with our voices now. We're going to use our P word to do some different warm-up sounds. So are you ready? You can follow with my finger if you want to. Here we go. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. Woo. Oh. Woo. Woo. La, 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Well done. Let's just warm up our face a little bit. So give your head a nice, that's very nice. Just rub your cheeks, get those muscles awake and working. And maybe a long and a and a and then and brushing your teeth. And maybe chewing a toffee or a sweet. You're a really tough toffee, my one. Oh my goodness, I think we're ready, aren't we? Okay, so I'm going to pop on the music, get yourselves settled and ready, and think about what actions we're going to start with, and here we go. Ready and off we go. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? I'm good. I'm great. I'm wonderful. I'm good. I'm great. I'm wonderful. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm not so good. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm not so good. Hello, 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 how are you? 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 Fantastic! Did you notice in our hello song today, I didn't do so much of the ready and off we go? And I didn't do that because I think you know this song now, and I don't think you need me to help you in that way anymore. So well done. Okay, let's have a think about what we did last week. And can you remember what room we went into last week for our lesson? That's right, we went into the kitchen, didn't we? And we were experimenting and exploring different things in the kitchen, like a washing up bowl, a cheese grater. I had my salt. Do you remember that I was flinging everywhere without realising for a start? And we were thinking about the sounds that those instruments in the kitchen made. And we had our high sounds and our low sounds. So what word is that? That's right, that's our pitch. We were thinking about the different sounds, the different pitches, how high and low they were. What else did we have a go at? When we were tapping out our pieces, we did them in different, beginning with our rhythms. That's right. Can you remember what rhythm means? Go on, have a think. That's right. It's the mixture of long and short beats together in a pattern like this. Okay, so we kept them nice and simple, long and short. And what else did I ask you to have a little go at if you had time between our last time we saw each other and today? If you had a little practice, there was a word beginning with D that I asked you to think about changing the patterns of, well, the amount of this thing. Can you remember what it was? It was to do with the volume. Can you remember what that word is in music? That's right, it's dynamics, our hardest word to say, I think. So we were thinking about our pitch and we were creating rhythms and we're thinking about our dynamics. So I hope you've had a really good go at that this week. If not, don't worry. Okay, so we're going to carry on with our exploration of sounds because next time I see you, we're going to be creating some sounds for a story. So we just need to explore a few more sounds before we do that. So we've been in the house, we've found sounds around the home, we've been into the kitchen, and we've found instrument sounds in the kitchen. But today we are going outside. Now, you might need your coat, you might need a hat, gloves, scarf, wellies, who knows? So have a look outside, think about what the weather is like where you are, and then I want you to go and get ready in a minute, and then I'll see you outside in my garden. Now, if you haven't got a garden, it doesn't matter at all. If you're at school, you can use the school grounds that you've got. If you're at home, maybe when you go on your walk, or you can go out for a walk, have a think about the sounds when you're out on your walk, and we'll talk about that a little bit more when we're outside. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to pause the video. Now I need to get my ukulele. Here it is. Okay, and I shall meet you outside in a moment. Now, can you also have a sheet of paper with these things written on it? Can you see that? Okay, sounds I can, and then 2 columns. Sounds I can hear and sounds I can make. Okay, now there is a sheet that you can print off if you've got a printer. So as long as you've got something to write on and a pencil or a pen, then that's great. So here we go, enough talking. Come on, Becky Bell, let's get on with the lesson. Okay, here we go. And when I string my ukulele, you can get ready to pause your video and get ready, and I'll see you outside. Here we go. Pause. Hello and welcome to my garden. It's only a small garden, so to be honest, I'm not sure how many sounds I'm going to be able to find. So I hope you've got your coat on and maybe a hat and some gloves or some wellies if it's wet. So what I would like you to do first of all is to think about all the sounds that you can hear outside. So we're not making any sounds with anything yet, we're just using our ears to have a good listen to all the sounds that are around us. Now you might be able to hear there's a car revving up at the back of me, so that would be a sound that I can add to my list. Okay, so with your piece of paper And your columns, you're going to fill in the sounds that I can hear column. But I also want you to think about the pitch of that sound. So how high or low is that sound? And I also want you to think about the volume. So the dynamic of that sound as well. Is it a loud sound or is it a quiet sound? So if you get your pieces of paper, and in a moment, pause your video, and then I'll see you back here when you're ready. Okay? Ready? Pause. Hello, how did you get on? Okay, I found quite a few sounds, so see if you've got any the same as me. So I can hear quite a lot of birds singing, and some are singing faster than others, some are singing slower than others, some are singing higher than others, but overall they're quite a high pitch. I don't know about the birds, if you can hear them around you, near you. I can hear some car doors and a car engine, and they were quite loud and quite a low pitch. I could also hear some men talking because there's a car park at the back of me, but they were talking quite quietly, but their voices were quite low. I could also hear, and I can also still hear, some traffic in the background on the road not far from my house. And that's quite a constant sound that's quite quiet and kind of in the middle. The pitch is in the middle, so it's not too high and it's not too low. I also heard my cat meow when she came outside, and I can hear the breeze very slightly rustling the leaves of the plants in the garden. So did you get any of the same ones, and which ones did you get different? I remember to think about how high or low the sounds are and how loud or quiet the sounds are. And maybe you could talk to somebody who's in your garden with you or on the walk with you about what you found out. So what I'm going to ask you to do next is to think about the sounds that you can create, the sounds that you can make in your garden. Now you can move things about, you can touch things, but be very careful if you're moving plants about, and see what sounds you can make, and then add those to your list on your piece of paper as well. And we'll come back in a moment. Now my ukulele is over on the table, silly me. So I'm just going to say pause, and I'll see you back in a minute. So are you ready? Pause. How did you get on with your sounds that you can make in the garden? Now I'm going to try and take you on a little tour by carrying the camera around with me in my garden. So it might go a little bit wobbly, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to show you the things that I found. Again, see if you've got any of the same sounds, but I bet you've got a lot more than I have. So, are we ready? Get ready for a bit of a wobble. Here we go. All right, so I have got here a plant that I can rustle the leaves on, and there's one here we can also rustle the leaves here. I'll be very careful because I think a leaf fell off then, didn't it? Okay, I also found in my garden some garden canes. Okay, let me see if I can show you those. Put the camera back down. Oops. The microphone fell over. Some canes, you could also use them separately to tap one against the other and move them differently like that. Or maybe you could roll them on the floor, on the pavement, on the slabbing if you've got that, or on the grass. See what different sounds that makes. I've also got, it's a bit dirty, an empty plant pot. That's got quite a low sound, hasn't that? Okay. And a chair. Now, oops, the camera's fallen down again. Here we go. Well, the chair you can scrape across the slabs. So that's got a nice sound as well. Okay, it's a bit low, isn't it? So they're just a few of the things that I found in my garden, but I bet you can find a lot more in your gardens, in the area outside at school, or on your walk. Okay, so don't forget to write them down. Think about the pitch and the dynamics, and then we'll come back together again in a moment. Now, when you've done that, I think we need to go and warm up inside, don't we? I know I do. My fingertips are a little bit cold. So when you pause the video, finish what you're doing outside, and then I'll see you back inside when you're ready. Okay? Get ready. Pause. Welcome back. Well, that was refreshing. My fingers are still a little bit cold though, and my cheeks are also a little bit cold. So I think we should sing a little song just to warm ourselves up a little bit. Now, you might already know, shake my sillies out or shake your sillies out. So we're going to shake our chilies out because our fingers are chilly. So we're going to shake our chilies out, and then we're going to clap our crazies out, and then we're going to jump, jump, jump our jiggles out, and then we're going to finish with shake our chilies out again. Ready? So off we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna shake, shake, shake our chilies out. Shake, shake, shake our chilies out. Shake, shake, shake our chilies out, and wiggle our waggles away. We're going to clap, clap, clap our crazies out. Clap, clap, clap our crazies out. Clap, clap, clap our crazies out, and wiggle the waggles away. We're going to jump, jump, jump our jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump our jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump our jiggles out, and wiggle the waggles away. We're going to shake, shake, shake our chilies out. Shake, shake, shake our chilies out. Shake, shake, shake our chilies out, and wiggle the waggles away. Well done everybody, I hope you're feeling a little bit warmer. So today we've been exploring different sounds outside, and I hope you've spent quite a bit of time exploring those sounds, because there are lots and lots of different sounds that you can hear and that you can also make yourselves. So we've also been thinking about those sounds and the pitch that they make. So how high or low the sounds are. Well done. I've also been thinking of that difficult word beginning with D. Can you remember what it is? That's right, the dynamics. So we've been thinking of the dynamics of the sounds. For example, the birds tweeting. Is that a loud sound or a quiet sound? To be honest, birds can be quite noisy, can't they? So it can be quite a loud sound. The volume can be loud. Okay, so what I would like you to do on your sheet is just to make sure you've got those things written down. And if you want to, draw a little picture next to it and put down whether you think it was a high or a low sound, or a loud or a quiet sound. And then you need to keep that sheet safe, because next week we're going to think about our sounds that we've created today, and we're also going to think about the sounds that we created in the kitchen and the sounds that we found around the home. And then we're going to think about how they might fit a story. So you can start to have a little think about this if you like, and our story for next week is going to be the Gruffalo. So, if you don't know it already, try and have a read of that story before I see you next week. Have a think about the characters in the Gruffalo as well, and think about what kind of sound you think they would make. So, do you think, for example, the mouse would make a high sound or a low sound? Do you think the Gruffalo would make a high sound or a low sound? And think about loud and quiet as well. Okay, so next week we're going to think about those characters a little bit more together, and we're going to think about the actions and the moves that they do in the story as well. And then we're going to think about how we can put sound effects with our found sounds to go with that story. Okay, so as I say, you can have a think about that before I see you next time if you want to, or we can do it all together next week. But try and have an idea about the story of the Gruffalo if you don't know it already. Thank you for joining me today. It's been wonderful to have you here with me again, and it's now time for our so long song, so our goodbye song. So if you're sitting down, get yourselves up again, give yourselves a shake and a bit of a stretch. I'll pop the music on and then we'll start. I look forward to seeing you next week, but in the meantime, take care, stay safe, but have fun. Get ready for the song. Here we go. So long now, till next time. It was so nice to have you here with me today. So long now, bye bye. See you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile, good day. When we're here together, learning so much fun. No matter what the weather, so much to be done. So long now, till next time. See you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile, good day. See you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile, good day.